Hey guys, today is July 24th, 2022, and I tried something. I have my yellow longneck that's growing like crazy, yellow longneck fig tree, and it's got so many side shoots coming out. It's just a beast. And so what I tried to do is, rather than pinching it, I just snapped off one of the side shoots, and I don't know, it's so hard to see in here. I snapped it off at the very base of it carefully, and then I just took off a couple of the bottom leaves, left the top leaf and a smaller leaf and the bud, and I stuck it into some Miracle-Gro. I wet the Miracle-Gro quite a bit, and I'm spraying it to keep moisture in there, just the leaves anyway, and my spray mixture has a little bit of the kelp solution in it, and we're going to test and see, rather than air layering it, I'm going to try this method and see if it'll root. If it does, it's going to be such an easier method to get some fig trees rooted and duplicate some of my fig trees for family and friends. And so I'll give you updates on this. Again, today is July 24th, 2022. I'll come back and let you know what we've got. Guys, so here are the results of the yellow longneck shoot experiment, where I broke off a shoot, one of the top shoots from my mother yellow longneck tree outside, and I put it in Miracle-Gro into this humid filled container. It's just basically one of those Polish water bottles, and I cut it in half, cut the top off, cut the bottom off at the midway point, cut around the top a little bit so that it fits nicely into this bottom portion, and then I sealed the circumference of it with some saran wrap. And I've just been spraying to keep moisture in here with a solution of water and kelp formula, just a tiny bit in the spray bottle. And I've been keeping it on a heating mat. I was doing it directly on the heating mat, and then I found this box cover, and then I put it in the box cover. But here are the results. Today is August 17th, so about exactly 24 days, 24 days later, we've got a root. And that's significant because this container is fairly large at the bottom, and so it's likely loaded with roots around the actual branch. And so for it to have made it all the way out here, I mean, we've got some significant root growth in there somewhere. So I'm going to keep it on in the current system with the heating pad and the grow lights, indirect light from the grow lights. It's in my sunroom. And I'm going to keep it in this position until the base of it loads up with roots. I'm not in any hurry. It's, sort of summer's winding down. I'm in no hurry for any of this. It's not like any of them I'm expecting fruit from any of them. Just want a nice, healthy plant to give away to friends or family. And so we've got success, guys. And here's how I did it. I've got a step-by-step process for you if you just hang on. First, I gently break off the shoots from the main plant. For example, this one is my Rondi Bordeaux. This one is my Negron. And this one is my yellow longneck. You might say, how can you tell? You know what, I made a mental note when I was breaking them off. And, they are my three most productive trees, and you can all probably recognize the leaf pattern, the leaf shape. This is the Rondi. And then this darker one with, multiple fingers is the Negrone, or Negron. And then the different one was the yellow longneck. Now these were baby sucker shoots, not really suckers, but shoots off the main trunk, and so it was brand new, and so it's very yellow, very light colored. And these, I don't know, there's no accounting for the color other than, you know, these probably are not getting as much sun because the plant is so huge that these were completely, you know, in the shade, whereas these were getting sun. And so that's the first step. We gently break off the shoot at the very base of it. And I'm keeping them in water until my containers are ready. Part 2, wash and sanitize your containers. Now I've got double the amount I need. I've got 3 shoots and I washed 6 containers because one of them I'm flipping upside down. So it will be, for example, this will be for the yellow long neck. And then I've got another part of the container that will fit into the top of that and keep moisture in. And then I will wrap cellophane around the mid area right here so that we can ensure, you know, stability, number 1, and number 2, seal, proper seal. I will put holes into the top of this for air circulation, but it will do a very great job of keeping as much vapor in as possible and keeping moisture on my shoots, which is incredibly important to the success of this project. The humidity in here will make or break your trial, and so that's why I've got so many containers here. Okay, and all I've done is I've rinsed them out and then I sprayed them with this multi-purpose disinfectant. And I'm just going to let them dry with that disinfectant in it. Once they're dry, air dried, I will start cutting out the holes for drainage and for air circulation, and then fill the bases up with Miracle-Gro potting mix. That's the next step. Step 3, I have just filled up these containers with the Miracle-Gro potting mix. Just showing you the names. Maybe it's not a good idea that I wrote in a black marker, but at least there's a way to identify it, so don't judge me. Anyway, okay, so that was step 3. I filled all 3 containers with Miracle-Gro potting soil, and I watered it down, and I stuck my finger in the middle of it to make some space. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take each branch, each shoot, and I'm going to take, I can't do it with one hand, but I am going to pull off these bottom leaves and then stick it. As you can see, there's the top. I'm going to leave this part up on it and take off all the other leaves and stick it in and just pound it down. So we'll be back to do that. Got the yellow long neck in there. Now we've got the Negron. I'm going to pull off, you know what, I might pull off up to this one. This, and all these down here I'll pull off. Ta-da! So I've cleared all that up, and that is the Negron. We'll put that in there. I didn't go down far enough in that one, so we're going to have to make the hole a little bit deeper on that and push it farther down, or I might, you know what, I might instead just fill it up with more soil. Okay, there's the Negron. As you can see, I filled that way up, and I covered not the bottommost node, but at least the one just below this, and it's okay for that to stay above ground. It should be fine. Next, we've got our Ronde Bordeaux, and we're going to take off those. What are we going to take off? I think I'm going to take off those bottom 3. So this one, and that one. Okay, so all 3 are in now. We've got the yellow long neck, Negron, Ronde Bordeaux, and I went ahead and I filled up the containers a bit higher to cover the higher nodes on both these 2 as well. So next we're going to cover them up. And you know what? I should probably write the name on the tops. That might be more helpful. I think let's put that so as you can see, just carefully. And now it's going to have all this room to vaporize and to grow. And this one I had accidentally written Ronde Bordeaux on it, so we'll put it on the Ronde Bordeaux. Gently, carefully. can only do it so gently when I'm working with the one hand. Come on. Come on. All right, there we go. Pointing upwards towards the sky. Oh, last one. Got right here. Oh, this is gonna take 2 hands, guys, so I'll be back. The Negroni's not gonna have much room to grow, is it? Anyway, so almost to final step, we are going to wrap the circumference around with some cellophane, which is another word for plastic wrap. And it'll help keep them together, stabilize them, and keep the, as much moisture in as possible. It won't let any air come in or escape, except from the top, right? I think because it's so tall, we're gonna take off this leaf as well. There we go. And now I think it'll fit much nicer into the container. It's still kind of high, but we can deal with this. All right, so right now I'm just in the process of wrapping the cellophane around it, and we'll be ready for our final destination. Buckle your seatbelts. Okay, we are at the final step. I found a little cardboard box that our snack size Pringles came in. And I'm using it on a heating mat just to elevate the containers, not put them directly on the heating mat, that's all. I just want a little bit of something between them and the mat. Now you'll notice I have my other yellow long neck branch or offshoot that I had taken on July 24th, and it is doing really well in here, and that's why I decided to go ahead and do it on any other tree that I had that I liked that was growing shoots out of the sides. And so that's my yellow long neck from July. That's the new yellow long neck. That's our Negron, and that's our Rondi, or RDB. So these other things, I'm growing seeds from fresh figs. I will put these lights on. They're the blue and purple, or blue and red lights, I should say, grow lights. I will have them on over these, and so these will be exposed to, this is my sunroom, and we've got all windows here, and so it will be indirect sunlight and also indirect grow lights. And this one's been doing just fine in this environment, and so I'm going to simulate similar environment for all 3 of those. And again, today is August, or I probably didn't say that in the beginning, but it's August 12th, 2022, and we will check back on their progress. Now, meanwhile, you know what, I will probably leave them, and the vapor that's in there will probably suffice, but if I see that it's drying up a little bit, I will spritz through one of the holes to get some more moisture on the leaves, because really it's that moisture that helps keep them from drying out and dying. You want to keep moisture on them at all times, or a humid environment for them at all times. All right, so we'll be back to check on them.